Relax your shoulders, relax your hands. Good, but don't forget the back of your body as well. There you go.
How can you see this?
Magic.
Baby, are you gone now? Am I on my own now?
Settle into your fear so you can embody a great affirmation.
Tell me I'm supposed to.
And when we feel that everything is okay,
Moments are better than promises.
suddenly it becomes okay.
Back, turn back the hands of time. Turn it back and make it change your mind. Back, turn back the hands of time.
How did you feel about Joy and Andrew's ability to read you energetically? Your weaknesses, your character and limitations, and then to adjust you?
It was just a joke, really. I mean, it leaves me speechless, and I think it leaves everybody speechless. People don't understand how they can have such a subtle reading of what you're doing in your body and what you're not doing in your body.
What do men give you?
It's so subtle. It's so subtle. So what do men give you? There's a need in there.
Okay.
Can you feel the needy? What do men give you? The question could be the same, but it's an energetic thing. The more space you have, the more potential you can be together. But the imperative, the need to carry her and close down the space, right? Is everything okay?
Yeah.
It actually pushes her away.
Yeah, it's almost like a protective mechanism that comes up. But there's also truth in it. Like I think that there's.
See,
women,
right here, I'll interrupt you.
Just
There's also truth in it. Yeah, you go up here to like appeal. Say it from your you.
There's also some reality in there.
Yes.
Which is like, it's about power. And it's about your relationship to men and my relationship to women. And so it's interesting for me.
Stop. Do you find that more sexy?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Working with power, okay, in the body and love, self-love in the body. Why? Because the shame in sexual desire is a combination. It's a combination between a block in your own personal strength, your own power, and the fear of not being a good person. You want to make sure that you have a sense of the other person's safety. So that's why there's so much restriction in one's expression, in one's sexual expression. What you say in your conversation is a direct symptom of what's being felt in the engine of your own personal strength and your own sense of self-love, your own sense of permission to be the person that you want to be.
Just staying in it, right? If I stay in it and I'm like up here, right? Then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be offset because you know what? At one point, girls gonna say like, what do you want? Why are you looking at me like that? And you're like, oh, well, I just wanted to just meet you, you know? And then you're feeling separation, you're feeling compensation, the nice guy comes out, all the rest. But if I'm like this and I'm also down here, then she feels, whoa, this is a present guy. When you're in your own love, you have self-possession, you have strength, you have dignity, you have power. Love and power are right next to each other. They're right next to each other, and they feed each other.
You cannot feel yourself to be the person you want to be unless you're feeling, actually, in your body as a felt sense, you're feeling self-love. And the combination of these two, self-love and power together, is the only real way to deal with shame, the only true way to deal with neediness, or the nice guy phenomenon, or the friend zone. These things are just results of not being integrated in yourself.
Feel both of them come together. There you go. Yes. Don't hold your face. Let it be transparent and trust that your power is all down there. It's a self-love thing. Yes, that's real power. That's real power. Dude, this you practice every day. This is coming home. Okay, you can hug each other, say thank you.
Their main strength or insights, or they feel like magical because they're so deep, they're so like straight to the point and really just like feeling it.
Relax your shoulders, relax your hands. Good, but don't forget the back of your body as well. There you go. You included the back just there as well?
Yeah. I don't understand how you can see it.
It's a see-feel. I see the change and I feel it. And as I see and feel it at the same time, I know it. Or just like when the mosquitoes or the bees are coming at you, you see it but you feel it. So I can see the movement inside your body and I feel it and I know it and I know it. And being shown this, you learn to do this for yourself and eventually for others.
It's almost like they can see through you, like an open book. One of the most valuable things of the month-long workshop was how precise those insights were. Insights into myself and into my behaviors that I was completely unaware of. It opens up doors of possibility, really, because you start to see where your limitations are and you start to work on these just invaluable.
I might have first shown you the conversation skills that you need to deal with the nice guy complex. Those are the things you associate with your rejection the most. Those are the things you associate with your self-resentment. Those are the things you're triggered with by the most. But that's not who I am. My task here is to show you the things that you don't know, to begin the process of showing you the things about yourself that you don't know.
So what do you do in life? Have you
been living in Kiev for a long time? Oh, cool. And do you like it? Yes. Oh yeah, me too, yeah. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have a brother.
Brother?
Mm.
Oh, just one?
Just one.
Just one, yeah. Where is your brother?
I was thinking like me.
He's in Kiev.
Okay, so what's going on?
I noticed you were interrupting her a little bit. Repeating.
Yes, good.
Keep repeating like the cool. And you're not like actually listening to her, but it's like, now I have to get to my next boring question.
Why does that suck?
Maybe there's the pressure on her to be really holding the conversation.
It's a terrible burden to put on the stranger. I'm just collecting information. She's like carrying a bag. Like every question I ask her, she puts another thing in her bag and it gets heavy. And then I'm asking her to take it out of the bag and show it to me. And she's like, I don't know you, dude. I have no reason to give a shit about you. You would never talk to your friends like this. You'd never be anxious to cut them off unless you really had something to actually interject. You don't give people approval just for being your friend. Hey, what did you do today? Did you go to the gym yesterday?
Yeah.
What body part?
I tried to work out my toes and my fingers.
Dude, you should hit the gym. Because you gotta get your shit sorted out. Okay, so what did I do there that was different? I did not ask a question. I made a comment, an observation, and it was even more than that. It was a challenge. It was a rejection. Dude, you gotta get your shit together. We're going to the gym, right? We're not trying to hurt people, but we're just trying to call people out, at the very least, so that she can invest. And suddenly she says, so where are you from? And you say, I'm from Canada. Then you shut the fuck up. It's just a simple little question, but it's the beginning of change-shifting energy, right? Or be on their side. What are you doing in Kiev? Chilling. She's like, okay, that's not enough. But at the same time, I'm just visiting friends, a place I always wanted to come to. Boom! We still have seduction, and we will always come back to how to approach, when to text, how to have conversation, how to escalate sexually, right? It still lives in that world. But all of these methodologies or avenues emerge from your own integration.
It's not working at the surface level. The whole premise is that there's something much deeper going on. It just trumps all the techniques. That's more important. it goes beyond the technical. And when you've experienced that, and then you go back and, you know, look at other schools of approach, everything just seems so robotic. Once you get to that place where you're figuring out where to go beyond technique, you really learn what being natural is. Being natural not just in game, but in life. You start to discover a whole other part of yourself that doesn't need all that stuff. And that in doing that, that opens the doors for you. That, you know, allows you to have success.
And to make real sense of this, I can tell you that in my seduction foray, I got really tired of watching people offer to clients this nice guy paradigm without offering something that isn't just a binary, something that isn't just a duality, right? Of nice guy and bad boy. It's not it. I got tired of watching people and coaches ask themselves, am I still being nice? Should I add a little more salt to this? Is that enough bad boy here? You get tired of it because it's still the comparative mind. It's still ego management. It still doesn't work. It's still not it. It is still not a complete system, right? It's still not a completely integrated, unified option.
More than all that, it's about bringing a sense of contentment and inner peace and happiness.
I've had these moments, like a glimpse, where I was like, okay, like this is how it can be when I'm truly present. When this happens, it's like everything, like all, like in my head or what's going on, it shatters, and I'm just you.
Yes.
I'm that moment.
Yes.
I'm really present. I really felt like a real deep human connection. And there wasn't like no agenda of I wanna fuck her, I wanna sleep with her. It was just like, I'm here in this moment, and I'm here with you, and I can feel you. I guess that's the one moment where for the first time I truly experienced myself really like listening to someone, really feeling them. So I know what it can be like. And so I see very clearly, like in these moments where we were yesterday, I was slowly getting away from it. I'm like, don't go away, like stay. Because we have like this real good connection for some reason with Andrew. And it's going away, I'm like, why am I losing this? Why am I losing this? I don't want to lose this. And it's just like pulling me back into this fog.
Well, that is that I'm not good, and then when I get there, I'll be better. That's, I say with gentleness, that's like addiction. Like any addiction, we're trying to experience wholeness. Even the person who, in order just to feel something, they cut themselves, you know, because they're unable to feel. And then they cut, so it's life becomes real. Meeting a woman, walking up to her, it gets real.
The feeling of like, I want it, like the presence, I experienced it. You had an experience of presence that was acute. And so maybe because you're not used to that particular flavor of being home, gives you a sense of you're losing something. But even that can be seen within presence. That your awareness is ongoing, even though some experience is less present.
Mm-hmm. Watch Joe falling asleep, knowing at the same time there's sort of a secret presence. We're aware that the person falling asleep is also doing the recording, and that there's an intention. There's an alertness in the state of sleep. It's really magical, right? Even though there's no thinking self. When somebody's in a deep state of sleep and there's no conscious thought, we never say, oh, well, we can just kill them. They're still there. You know, we're all concerned and consumed with the idea that we are our thinking self. The relative, the changeable, and the unchanging. The unchanging presence that is you, despite whatever is going on for you. Joe, what he does in this video is he brings our attention to those two
realities. This simultaneity is really important. It's a balance of deep relaxation, but at the same time, deep consciousness.
It becomes a way more subtle attunement to presence as not being a flashy thing, as not being a pleasant, present experience. It's way more subtle, and you can be present to a lot of things. Subtle, flashy, beautiful, dark, confusing.
I'm not sure if I would actually describe it as a drug, or if I would rather think that that especially was like ejecting me from all this, what that's going on.
Well, you haven't done enough drugs. Not the right drugs.
So just for you, just practice being present without preference.
Go beyond the micromanagement of your thoughts, of your behavior, okay? And even to use the word naturalness, to talk about naturalness, it's like a dirty word, naturalness. If we're talking about real naturalness, right? Real naturalness, you don't even talk about naturalness. You just scratch your nose when it's itchy. Open the fridge when you're hungry. Talk to a girl when you're horny. Okay? Blood move to your heart when you're alive. This is naturalness. Anything short of that is some orientation, some angling of behavior, some angling of experience. And none of that is going to cut it. And this is why I use the expression seduction is dead. Because we're going to go even further. We're going to come back home, all the way home, to what it is to be you, what it is to be free, beyond all the catchphrases. My goal here in this little video is to work through shame, to work through neediness, the nice guy phenomenon, and the friend zone phenomenon. I don't know why that makes me laugh. The friend zone has always made me laugh. Of course, it's a funny thing. The friend zone. Like any joke, the joke always starts with one anticipation, one expectation, and things getting turned on their heads. That's what a punchline is. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. It's so unexpected. In this case, it's the perfectly expected. It's the most obvious thing, to get to the other side. But because no one expects that, it creates a tension, an aha, an opening. And with the friend zone, things don't have to be that way. The friend zone is the potential of having a great connection, a great sexual connection. And then you get, whoop, things turn around on you. All we want, our main drive, is consummation. Our main drive is unity. Our main drive is sexuality. Our main drive is togetherness. And then someone pushes you apart, but at the same time, there's the expected. At the same time, she keeps you close. She keeps you close as friend, but pushes you away as lover, and that creates a kind of humor. It's so tragic. It's tragic comedy.